Yo, we are back. Hope you guys had a blessed and wonderful Sunday. Easter Sunday specifically. I had a great time. But we're back on 7 Days since Origin. But technically, we're actually not back on the game. As you can see, the 1.1 update is coming out very soon. But apart from the buffs and the changes, I don't really care about the character coming out. I can't lie. We don't care about Daisy. I've seen online she's actually decent. But again, like, come on, guys. Let's be real. We're here for the hype. We're here for the Eskimo, the Barnes, all of that stuff. Me personally, I'm here for Derriere, you know. That's my OG queen. But because of that, I'm actually not going to make a video about the upcoming unit and the new update. I'm actually going to make a new type of video, a concept video. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to make some game kits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on ChatGPT right now. I'm going to give it some information. I can see if it's going to cook up something good in terms of the kits. I'm going to try and do... I'm going to do some of the sins, definitely going to do Derriere, and I might ask to make one original character, and then see if we can cook up. Alright, let's go. Yo, now we are back onto the ChatGPT. Alright, so we're going to cook up a few of these builds, designs of these characters. Let's talk to ChatGPT. Let's see, yo, how are you? Let's see how he talks. I'm doing great. Alright. Okay, chill. Oh my gosh, you already made one. Anyways, let's see. Okay, we'll start with Merlin, alright? This guy is so eager. Relax. Anyways, okay. So what's a we? It's nobody here. So I want to create a concept for Merlin. I can't type Merlin. What the heck is an arcane DPS? Skill spam, cooldown abuse, ability control. Ooh, this will actually be a new element. I mean, the game just came out, so that'd be kind of crazy. But a new element, arcane infinity. That could be holy. I don't know. Would Merlin be better with holy or dark? Maybe not that. I think holy would be good for her. Alright, the passive. Merlin's signature ability, completely busted as it should be. Any buff or debuff she applies does not expire. You don't think what? Duration freezes at 1 second but never disappears. That would be so cool, but I don't actually think that would work. It would be too broken. Every time she uses a skill, she stores knowledge stacks at max stats. It resets all cooldowns and enhances her next skill. Double effect plus AoE extent. This makes her scare insanely in longer fights. This is broken, but we could do a few tweaks. One thing we could do is make any buff or debuff she applied. I know it does say that. I just can't read. But that's not broken. If it was any buff and debuff in general, it'd be too broken because she'll just keep every single buff. It'd be insane. Alright. Every time I use a skill, reset. Okay, the resets all cooldown. It's not bad. And enhance that skill. I would just what would I prefer? Double effect or AoE expansion? I think I prefer the double effect. If you take away the AoE expansion, it'd be less broken. Okay, I haven't seen the rest of the kits, so we don't know. But this is a very strong and good passive. But again, I don't know if this would be good for like an early game, because again, the game just came out. So would it be cool for like an early game Merlin, or maybe like late in the story when we get like true magic Merlin? I think that would be kind of sick. This type of passive. Alright, normal attack. Rapid 3 magic bolts. Every third hit applies analysis mark. Increase damage taken and converts to beam. That is sick, personally. I like that. Again, just small little stacks and buffs. That's every Merlin's about, just stacks and buffs. Yeah, I don't think that's too broken. Again, it all depends on the multipliers. I'm not good at maths. I haven't asked him to make multipliers because I won't be able to calculate if it's strong or not. But I like the concept though. Her special skill is Chrono Clap. Freeze a small area in time. Yo, this is actually sick. Okay, and then passive is enhanced by this. Obviously, this wouldn't work with this because if this is a debuff, like this times 3, that means a debuff of another edge. But if it's at max stat, when you use your match's special skill, it increases like 2 seconds longer. That's it. Okay, now I see how it works. If you keep attacking your normal attack and then use the skill, then it gets frozen for like maybe like 1 second longer. And then explosions hit twice. Applies permanent slow. Yeah, I think it's one thing I really need to remove because like slow with the bosses that are in the game. Slow is not really like a big thing. Like it wouldn't really help. So I think this normal attack is sick. This one is sick. I like this part right here where it just slows them down. So let me say if they're about to attack you, instead of having to use a tag skill all the time, you can put that down, slow them, maybe healed up, and then get out of the way. That's pretty cool. And then I had tag skill, so instantly analyzes all enemies. What does that mean? Defense reduction reveals weight. Oh, that's insane. It does like a cool animation, and you can recognize all the enemy weaknesses. Okay, that's not bad. That's fine. That's fine. And bonus, if she's at max knowledge stacks, gains cooldown reduction and energy regen. Okay, I like how they've tied in this knowledge stacks. Ooh, this is sick. Okay, I really like this. I spend all my gems on this. I'm not liking. And then ultimate absolute infinity endless equation. Rewriting reality. Magic master server covering the entire battlefield. Depends. If it's inside it says here, inside the domain, time is distorted. Enemies are repeatedly hit with stacking arcane explosions. And then there's one final hit. And then all current debuff become permanent. And what does that mean? Because right here it says it doesn't expire. That would actually be a cool idea if the passive is only for the ultimate, meaning that every debuff and buff she applies is not broken, like it doesn't just stay on forever. It's once you do your ultimate, then they stay on forever. But I think in general, it's actually really well made. Obviously extremely strong. Some of this buff and debuff being permanent stuff, we'll see. It depends how like strong her buffs. I don't really see that many buffs. But yeah, that's actually quite well made. Wow, well done. Well done, ChatGPT. Let's move on to Barn. Let's do. Okay, so I've asked him to do for Barn, please, and let's see what he's cooked up. I keep thinking this is a bot, this is a clanker, but you know, just for the sake of it. Anyways, Barn is the complete opposite of Merlin. Let's bring magic and immortal ruthless, steal everything brawler. Okay, Barnes and agreed. Okay, I need to ask them to. Yeah, okay. Blood is an element, so this ChatGPT guy needs to know the elements of the game. I should probably tell him. Alright, Barnes have agreed. Lifesteal DPS. This is sick, obviously. Barnes known for his lifesteal because he's immortal. We'll go for physical again. That'll probably make more sense for one being physical. Sustain fighter, steal stats, reduces to die. Again, if Barn is not stealing stats and just being immortal, that's the essence of his gameplay, then netmarble have dropped the ball. But again, we see him doing Grand Cross, so I'm actually worried about that. I think that'll make a good kit. But let's see what ChatGPT says. Okay, so her passive is Fox Hunt. So it's just saying aura. Okay, that's fine. We'll forget about the visuals for now. So basic attack and skill, still HP. Pretty sure, that's cool. Damaging enemy marks applies marked prey. And then against marked enemy, Barn gains attack speed and movement speed. And on kill, permanently gains a small stab boost. Okay, that is sick. Especially like if he had. Ooh, I should have asked him what weapons I should give. Actually, I might add that myself. So for Merlin, obviously, we have the staff, the book. But for Barn, the nunchucks would go crazy. Obviously, he already has nunchucks in the game. And then obviously his sacred treasures, nunchucks. That would be sick. And also like gauntlets. Like imagine you had the gauntlets and then he just starts punching them and it just gets faster and faster and faster. Oh, that would be sick. Okay. That GPT is cooking. I totally forgot to add the weapon types. But we'll do that for the next ones. That's fine. So I think nunchucks be good for Barn. Gauntlets. And what else? Don't know why. A shield one wouldn't be bad. But for this one, I really think nunchucks would be the best. Alright, for the Merlin one, obviously the staff is the best one. But for this build, Barn, I think that the nunchucks would be actually the best one. And let's go into the normal attack. So he dashes forward, that's fine. Fast melee combo. Every threat here steals attack and defense temporarily. Okay, so the attacking one is temporarily. But if he gets a kill, he gets a permanent one. Which will make him really good for like the gold dungeon where there's like a bunch of those little enemies, or like the master XP dungeon. If you kill those enemies, you get stats. But obviously, it's not that great for bosses, but I think that's better. Like he's more like a farming character. Get through the small bosses. I mean, small guys, and then work up to the boss. Whereas in like Merlin, she can just go crazy on the boss by himself. Yeah, I like that. and then the whole attack is a rapid flurry. Yeah, okay, that's it. All right, cool. Next one is special skill, physical hunt. The effect, another high speed dash attack, matches damage, steals a chunk of match HP, and it heals Barn. That'd be sick if he's like actually shortens like the HP bar, like it gets lesser. That'd be pretty cool. Again, it's not as detailed as one before, but it's not too bad. Tag skill is when he swaps in, cracks his neck. Okay, that would actually be good. I was gonna ignore the visual, but that's actually a cool visual if he does that when he comes in. Then instantly marks only by enemies, lifesteal boosts attack speed, and targets below a certain HP, Barn gains bonus career and dash reset. Okay, this may be a little bit too broken for the tag skill. Maybe this one could take like 2 tag points. That's actually not a bad idea. Because obviously normally they take 1 tag point, but if it does multiple, I wouldn't be mad at that. And then for the ultimate, this guy is written out there full cinematic. I just want you to give me the effect. Okay, I'm gonna tell him next time, just give me the effect. I don't need a visual. But you know what I'm saying, that's cool. Alright, so massive multi-hit burst damage, heals Barn to full, that's fine. And then permanent lifesteal, and then permanent mark prayer. Okay. I feel that's really good. Again, I actually need to tell him to be a bit about the effects on the visuals, because he's taken way longer to the visuals, but not bad. Again, we know what Barn's supposed to do. He's meant to just steal life, stay alive. But I really like this really fast attack speed. Like, increase attack speeds, just like hit really fast. Like, you guys seen Warframe or Southern Warframes, if you give them enough speed, they just attack. It looks like it's not meant to be in the game, but it is. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, again, that's 2 for 2. ChatGPT is 2 for 2 on these builds. All right, next one, Escanor, Legendary, and then 1 OC. All right, let's go. Okay, now on to the big bad one, Escanor. All right, obviously Escanor, as it said, is all about dominance and power, so this has to be an absolute banger of a kit. All right, let's see how it goes. All right, cool. Escanor Sin Pride, burst DPS. I don't know how people feel about that. And then scaling Juggernaut. All right, so Sun, okay, it's gonna be fire. It'd be cool if they made him like fire and then holy, or fire then light, but again, it should just be fire. That's fine. Playstyle weak early, then unstoppable at the peak. Actually, I get it now. Imagine he starts off in a skinny form as a burst DPS, and then when he gets some amount of like magic points, you use his ultimate and you transform into a full-on DPS. Hey, I like that one. Okay, and the weapon is gonna be axe. Okay, that's fine. I was hoping to give him a weapon, but obviously it's Escanor. It's gonna use the axe. Come on, let's be real. Okay, so passive Sunshine. Escanor's power continuously increases over time during combat. So again, all his stats just gonna rise just generally. At peak, after a set duration or condition, he enters the 1 state for a short time. That's sick. Thing is, I don't know, because they obviously probably want to release the 1 as a separate unit, or maybe they don't want to, or maybe it doesn't even matter. We'll see. But again, I like this idea. Obviously, just increasing throughout the day. The 1 state, massive stat spike, true damage. That sounds amazing. Damage reduction, CC resistance. Imagine like one of the bosses just hits him and he just tanks it. Oh, that would be amazing. All attacks get AoE burn armor. Okay, this is so broken. And he becomes weakened and he's slow again. Okay, so you just survive early, dominate mid fight, and then go. See, I like that. It starts weak at the beginning. He starts off as a burst DPS. I like the idea. He starts off as a burst DPS. So you use him to set up to get the fire burst. You can use him alongside Tristan probably. And then after a certain while, obviously he gains defense gradually. I think it'd be cool if he just like gains it by doing normal attacks. Just by doing normal attacks, he has like a separate gauge that just increases. And then when it hits maximum, or maybe the gauge is built on like how many fire attacks are done in a certain amount of time. And when it hits maximum, then he turns into the 1, and then he gets all these. Again, this is a bit broken, but it's Escanor, so I'll allow it. Alright. The normal attack is just heavy axe strikes. Each hit applies burn, damage to time, nothing new. And every third hit, it's bonus damage, scaling with Escanor's current power level. Ooh, true. Okay. That makes sense. So obviously when he's in his weak form, he does less damage. And then when he gets this, it's the one form he does more damage. That's fine. And then attack speed grows. Obviously, yeah, big one's faster. That's cool. That's cool. Still, Cruel Sun. He throws the sun at people, explodes, AoE, burn, defense reduction. Amazing. Again, scales again. And then in the one state, he becomes an instant cast and leaves around a lingering solar field. Ooh, that would be sick. So instead of having a charge at time, you can just throw it instantly and leaves fire on the ground. Kind of like if you know Manny and Tristan's combined attack, leaves fire on the ground. That sounds cool. High skill. On switching, Eskimo gains a large burst of sunshine energy, accelerates scaling, and it immediately taunts nearby enemies, grants damage reduction and partial CT. This is just broken. I like this part, like he just acts like a burst DPS. He comes in and just accelerates a fire burst. That'd be sick. But this is just, yo. And bonus, if used near peak sunshine, immediately triggers the one state for a short duration. Wow. That's actually really cool. Like, he might not have hit it yet, but if he comes in close to it, he transforms into him, does a few attacks, and then comes out. I don't know how I feel about that. It's not bad. It's not too bad. I don't know how it works visually. Like, would he just go big and go small again? But not too bad. And then the ultimate. Let's see. I guarantee you he's about to do something insane. Like, get effect. Channels all the stored sunlight into his axe. Delivers a massive overhead strike. Single target blood AoE. Scales heavily with sunshine and burn stacks. Amazing. Consumes all burn stacks. Converts into true damage multiplier. Applies max burn. Oh. And then ignores all enemy defenses. Cannot be interrupted. Leaves. Okay, this, even though it sounds broken, yeah, like it makes sense. It's Eskimo. Imagine he just one shots one of the bosses. Like, that'd be amazing. All right, I think that's, again, ChatGPT. You're free for free. You know what I'm saying? This is amazing. Like, oh my days. I'm probably not gonna do the OC character because these are actually really sick kits, and you know I don't really care about the OC characters for now. We'll do one last one for Derriere, but oh my days. Somebody can make it like a visual. Obviously, some of this does sound like Grand Cross type characters, but again, this is just the essence of the characters from 7th edition, so I'm fine with it regardless. Anyways, okay, this is the last one, Derriere. Alright, let's get it right. Okay, Derriere, leading with purity, we know her name, combo DPS, ramp up Blora. I mean, what do we expect? Is Derriere literally the best of the 10 commandments? You can't argue with me. Darkness makes sense. Don't know what this means. Maintain combos, stat damage, unleash nukes. Again, this is what Derriere is meant to be. If he's not like this in the game, I'm flying to Netmarble's headquarters and I'm throwing everyone in a headlock. She has to be. Actually, this is how she should play. If you want to Netmarble, watch the video, steal this kit. I haven't even looked at it yet. Steal this kit. Okay, so passive combo star, perfect name. Each consecutive hit without interruption gains a combo stack. I like this part because it means that she has a risk to reward to her gameplay. Obviously, most of these characters have been broken, but this is the one that I like the most because, like, you actually have to learn to dodge, maybe use shields, because if you're interrupted once, you lose your stack and then you're not that strong. Okay, every stack increases their attack power and slightly boosts all skill damage. Perfect. Taking damage or stopping attacks resets all combos. I think it should be slightly forgiving, like maybe like a 0.5 to 1 second window of stopping attacks. Obviously, because you have to dodge, that's not you stopping your attack fully, but I can see. So it should be slightly forgiving, but for the most part, if you stop attacking, yep, resets all your combo stacks, you can't do that much damage. Perfect, absolutely perfect. All right, at max stacks, she enters. How many stacks should that be? For me, I think that'd be like 15 or 30 stacks. They haven't said, but I think that should be the round number. At max stack, she enters overdrive. Again, massive damage, true damage, amazing. More enhanced effect. Exactly, perfect. Okay, normal attacks. Rapid melee combo with extremely hard fit speed. I'm telling you, Netmarble, if he doesn't punch at like 90 miles per hour, I'm gonna be sad. And I need like some of those like anime like sidestep, instant transmission flashes when she attacks. I can just imagine the combos now. Please, Netmarble, you have to click for this one. And then each hit goes combo stacks. Every 5th hit gets a bonus damage. I like that at the end of her combos. And then you can hold it and it's rapid barrage, but will consume stamina that builds stack extremely fast. Okay, This is also I like this so much. The risk to reward gameplay, because obviously you still need to dodge attacks, but you can also just hold down your attack button and just keep punching. That'd be sick. Okay, special skill, full throttle assault. So a dash combo. I don't know how that look, but again, that's cool. You dash into each one, and then damage increase per hit in a sequence. So you get multiple of them probably. You can like just spam the E button and just keep dashing through them. Okay, I like that. And then the final hit deals burst damage scaling with combo stats. Ooh. Okay, so she can act as a somewhat burst DPS kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not bad. You can probably pair with Meliodas, get her to get the burst gauge up, and then he'll finish off. That's not bad. But I kind of prefer it to be more of her own DPS, but we'll see how it goes. And then effect, damage increase per hit in sequence. Okay, I read that already. And then bonus, if used like high combo, skill becomes longer, more hits, and gains partial super armor. Okay, amazing. Because obviously, the whole point is that she wants to keep attacking. So if she has super armor, that obviously helps out. And then maybe even some of her dupes. Obviously, I'm not advocating for pay to win. I don't pay to play this game. But some of her dupes probably just give her more interruption resistance. That'd be kind of sick. And then additional effect for short duration, combo stacks do not reset when taking damage. Ooh, okay. This tag skill right here is kind of broken. So on switching, instantly guts combo, brief immunity interruption, and attack speed boost. And she actually can't do stacks on the second damage. Ooh, that's not bad. So it actually be good to like use some other guys' attacks, then swap in to set up your combo for Derriere, because then she can maybe get attacked once or twice and get away with it, and then attack. Okay, I like that. Big set, big. Again, we could also put this into a dupe. That would be good, because obviously, but you have to make your money somehow. So take this and put this into like maybe her C1, C2. Make it early constellation. I know it's not constellation again. I don't care. Put it into early dupes, and then it should be fine. And then her ultimate. Shit. Okay, obviously we all know this one. She just punches a lot, does a lot of damage. There's a continuous barrage of high speed strikes, and then the number of hits scale of current combo stacks, and it does more damage for each hit. And the final hit is one massive burst, which scales exponentially with combo stacks. Like when she comes out, netmarble, I need her to be the best DPS in the game. I need a lot of exponential on that, please and thank you. And the bonus effect, it does not reset combo stacks on use. Oh wow, if used during overdrive, that might be a bit too broken. No, that might be a bit too broken. So it probably has to reduce combo stats. I mean, that's the whole point, because then she wouldn't have an end to her combo. You wouldn't have to swap out. You would just keep attacking after your ultimate. But you know, we'll see how they do it. You gain true damage, armor penetration, and cannot be interrupted. This is a bit too broken. Alright, this part right here is I would have to be a constellation like a C6, or it would have to be tuned down somewhat. It's very nice, but that's too broken, because she would never have to swap out. She would just be always. And obviously risk factor is that combo stacks are low, the ultimate is weaker. Alright, that's perfect. Alright, we can see here Merlin was control, barn sustain, external scaling burst, and Derriere is skill, but I like that. They said Derriere is a skill-based unit. That's what I want for netmarble. I want a lot of these characters. Obviously, these are very cool ChatGPT, thank you very much. But I want every character to have some type of skill to it. Because I'm liking the way 7 Deadly Sins Origin is going, with a lot of skill expression. In the way people are, one, playing the game, and two, even like exploring the game. There's a lot of expression of like how people want to play the game. And I'm liking that a lot. So ChatGPT, thank you very much. This was a banger. If all of these turn out to be true, like for some random reason, netmarble use ChatGPT to make their kits, I actually wouldn't be mad with any of these kits. These are all sick. But yeah, that was pretty fun. We didn't even hop on the game and I still had some fun. That's cool. But thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these concepts. Let me know some concepts in the comments as well. That's one thing I want to do. Instead of using ChatGPT, I want some of my viewers to give me their concept. So if you have a concept for an original character, or a character that you want to come out, or one that's been already coming out, like you can do Merlin, Eskel, or whatever, put it down in the comments and I'll do another video if there's enough of them. You can put in any comment section of any video if you want to, if you think of it later on. per commenting. I'll take it all. I'll do another video. I'll rate yours 1 to 10. But kind of all of these ones here, 10 out of 10. But this is enough from me. God bless you guys, and I'll see you later.